Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Shreya Tajen, also known as Empress 1111. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and current readings. First and foremost, before I say anything, I literally have gotten like over 100 subscribers like in the last 2 days. That is phenomenal. I want to thank you for your contributions and your donations that you've been making to keep this channel running. I appreciate it because let me tell you, it has helped me, and I have much gratitude for your time, your likes, your shares, your comments, everything that you guys have been doing. You guys have been putting in some good karma. I've even had friends that are close to me that have shared my video on their page, back on my page. This is a movement, and I am just like in awe. It's like, you guys, honestly, I withdrew from pouring my heart out to my divine masculine and to pouring myself into my divine purpose and my work that Source has for me to do, which is this channel. And with tears in my eyes and joy in my heart, thank you for being here, because I couldn't do this without you. And this is my rewards from the universe, letting me know that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and it was worth the sacrifice. And I'm so grateful at this now moment in time that I'm here with you to share my experience and my journey. I know that my divine masculine is very well advanced spiritually, okay? So unlike a lot of masculines that have struggled with awakening, we came into the relationship with him already awakened. Now he chose to go back to sleep, and at another time, another point in time, I'll get into the story just briefly. But I try to keep as much, even though I share quite a bit, there's a lot that I don't share, and I try out of respect for him to keep some things private because, again, this is my husband, and we're both water signs. We're very private people. And so, because right now, not due to him, but due to myself, we're not in communication because I am holding space for my baby because I love him so much. He is doing so good. I can feel him energetically. He is working on himself even more harder now that we're not in communication. And I've done that on purpose because I feel like I was distracting him. Like I was feeding his lower chakras. I was feeding his ego, because I just spoil my baby, and whatever he wants, he gets, and I'm always there for him, and I can't. He has to do this work on his own. And so, with that being said, I want to talk about the divine masculines. Divine masculines, you guys have been in the limelight. Like, you have gotten more clout and reputation than the divine feminine now. It's like you've become more popular, and with good reason, because you guys have really shocked us on a global level of your work and what you're doing, and what you're putting into your work. And it's just fantastic, and it's to be commended. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and call on some help, okay? I call in air, water, fire, earth, spirit, and ether. I also call upon the highest of the highest of the highest, which is Yadahe, to be able to give me the information that is necessary in order to transmit this information to you in this moment of time, so you can have the healing that you deserve and the complement of the tools that are necessary for your ascension process, myself included. And so it is. All right, first and foremost, as you can see, there's a lot of cards that get pulled out for you, divine masculine, because Source told me to pull them all out. And I'm like, those are a lot of cards. But you know what? You are doing a lot of healing. There's a lot of things that you are healing through. So this video may be kind of lengthy, but let's start with this first card. First of all, you have past life issues that, unbeknownst to yourself, it is affecting your current situation with your divine feminine and yourself. So it says that this situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. As your angels, ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, heal from your past experiences. So this is related to these two things here, cycles and letting go. You are now coming out of a cycle with karmics. And when I say karmics, I'm not just talking about a romantic affair here, okay? Before I get into these cycles and everything like that, I want to mention with Uranus working its way into through Taurus for the next 7 years, our heart chakra relationship programming and templates are being powerfully triggered to purge old negativity to make way for a higher state of love. So to push the heart-centered living and relationships based in mutual unconditional love, all this week we'll be seeing the veil of perception thinning and a possible return to the state of divinity for those who seek it. And divine masculine, you are at that place right now where you are seeking divinity, okay? The energies that are here strongly support unity and love now. And we are reminded that, as always, physical separation between the twin flames is just merely an illusion. And I believe for some of you, you're starting to grasp that reality. You're starting to understand and overstand that your separation is just one of 3D. It's not, real. Okay. And the original soul choosing to divide, to journey into separation, which is you and your beloved counterpart, learning about separation in order to heal and come back together and joining in love is the whole purpose of why you two are in separation anyway, okay? And because the veil of perception, again, is just extra thin right now, don't be surprised if, you'll hear messages in forms of words and songs and through emails, and you might go out in public and someone may smell like your divine counterpart. And even in dreams, they're getting more vivid. In the astral planes, you're getting more experiences there. These things are very common with these energies being present with the twin flame union. So don't think that you're losing your mind. You're not. You're just going through the healing process, and then this is just clues from the universe to remind you to stay to course, stay on your journey. But there are many various cycles that we are going through, and in the twin flame journey, there's cycles after cycle after cycle. And I'm feeling for a lot of you that this is like the end of one of the most horrible cycles ever that you probably have experienced. And with this life cyclical phase, sometimes things flow and at other times they slow down. And right now, I feel like you're in a period of the slowing down phase, okay? And it is meant for you to focus more on your calling, your divine calling. And you need to be alone at this time to discover your true purpose and what your heart is yearning for, to open up to it. If it's love, then you need to love fully and completely and not love with reservations, okay? And make sure that when you do love, that you love deeply and passionately. And this is some areas of opportunities that our divine masculines need to work on. It's time for healing and regeneration. And maybe you are completely ready, you know, with enthusiasm and with concentration to live out this life purpose with your divine counterpart. and making your dreams become a reality. And each cycle that you encounter offers you fresh gifts and possibilities to learn and grow. The more that you do this, the better you become. And when a cycle comes, you'll be able to identify it more clearly which cycle you are in. And the more flow and harmony you experience in your choices that you make. And a lot of you are starting to make really good choices because you're learning that in connection of everything else, that you have a need to let go of the things that no longer serve you. You have formed alliances and relationships that have been against, it's like an anti-alliance against your union. And see, you've come so far, but you can't go any further because this is in direct opposition to your soul contract, and this is in opposition to your soul purpose. Okay, and that's the reason why you have this letting go card. Okay, you are being challenged to change your point of view and to recognize that this particular relationship, not talking about the divine feminine neither, has to run its course. And this could be a relationship between you and your family. So many of you are stuck in tradition that has nothing to do with your current lot in life. You no longer live there. You are in a place of positioning. Let's say that Source has put you in this place of positioning so you can be elevated to the next level. And in this place of elevation, although you might be afraid to let go, the universe has a new opportunity for you, which will allow you to experience the kind of passion and satisfaction that you have always dreamed of. You're not able to experience that where you are. So saying goodbye is never easy. We all know that. And it can make you feel like you're a failure because you have to leave behind what you've already accomplished in your illusion of Maya, thinking that you are the reason why you have what you have, failing to realize that there was a greater hand at play in the background, which is the divine who led you to where you are. You must not allow yourself to be persuaded by other people and your own doubts to keep holding on to the current space where you are. Focus on opening your heart to, new opportunities now and leave the baggage of past mistakes behind you. It's important that, during this letting go process, you are gentle with yourself and also allow yourself to have alone time. Write, meditate, sing, paint. If you love music, dance, write music, sing music. Do whatever you can to heal and let go of the pain that is holding you back, and recognize that your spirit is beckoning you right now to grow. You are truly the wounded healer at this moment in your life. You do so much in your life to help and heal others that you forgot about yourself. So this is why I have the green avertrine here. Then I have the snowflake obsidian right here on the cycles to help you to break those cycles up. These are healing stones. Let me go ahead and go back to them. If you want to pause, they're already fully activated and charged. You can get the healing from them just like I did for the divine feminine. And please take as much time as you need to take in order for you to do this healing. But divine masculines, you no longer can go through your spiritual journey mentalizing every freaking thing, thinking that from a logical standpoint, if you think your way through it, that you're going to pass the test. No, spirituality requires compassion like Jesus. If you really want to know how to win at life, study Jesus Christ. Study the way that he moved with compassion and how he filtered his thought through his heart and how everything that he did the will of his Father. He made his will God's will. And that's the reason why Jesus Christ had no karma. When we act on our own accords, we are out of alignment with the divine, and so we weep what we sow. Okay. Now you're in this process. You're coming out of what you weep, what you sow. Now you can plant those fresh seeds. So when your harvest comes, it will be the great harvest that you've been looking for. And it won't be a karmic cycle again and full of disappointment and heartache and pain. Because just like the divine feminine, divine masculine, you have been through pain. You are suffering through pain as we speak, and you're hiding and keeping this from the divine feminine. This is the reason why some of you don't even want to talk to the divine feminine, because you're embarrassed. You don't want to hear I told you so, but you have no clue that your divine feminine is not a 3D woman. She's not the woman that you left. She is in 5D and above. She's a multidimensional being just like yourself. You are now awakening to your God self, your higher dimensional self. You are stepping into the higher planes of existence, and you are aligning yourself in high vibrations. You are moving away from the low vibratory people that you were so used to being around in your circle, your friends and your family included. And your karmics are definitely low vibrational, because that's what they were put here for. They were put as pawns to steer you off course from your divine assignment. You've already known from the time that you was born you were different. You already knew you had a calling on your life. You've already had people come into your life and prophesize over your life and tell you from the source that you had a calling on your life. Did you think that they were joking with you? These were people that God sent as messengers so you would not get off course, but you got off course anyway. And so now Source had to course correct you to put you right back on path to where you need to be. Some of you are dealing with rejection, and this card is connected to the rejection and the patience card, and it's saying vacuum away your fear. Call upon Archangel Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. Again, you're having so much fear and anxiety about moving forward into the direction that you need in order for you to bring yourself into union with your divine feminine, because you're scared about what people are going to say about your union. Well, I would be in more fear of what God has to say at the end of the show when the curtains are pulled back than what the hell these 3D people have to say on this delusional earth that we're living on. Everything is just an illusion anyway. Who cares about what they feel and how they say? And yeah, I can say that because they're not my friends and they're not my family, but I can tell you what, I do my same friends and family that way. They can tell you I don't give a damn about what they have to say about my divine masculine. I tell them, every last one of them, even my mother, this doesn't have anything to do with you. This is my divine calling. This is my marriage and it's sacred. And I don't appreciate if you speak of my husband like that. Seriously. So you're going to have to, as a wounded healer, you're going to have to clear your throat chakra and speak up, because for some of you, I'm sensing that you have no problem speaking however the hell you feel to your divine feminine. You can tell her how you feel. You can tell her where to go and how to get there. But when it comes to these people that you're putting a mask on, you are being played like a fiddle, and they're pushing every button because they know that they kind of have leverage over you because you've been passive aggressive in time past. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to clear your throat chakra and to now speak and have a voice. And that's why you have with me the healing that's necessary through the turquoise orgone here. You need to, if you want to chime in on this, pause the video, get the healing from it, go into a deep meditation, do whatever you need to do, but you need to clear your throat chakra because it is blocked. It's not open. Because if it was, you wouldn't give a damn about what anybody thought about you and your union. This is a divine union. It doesn't have anything to do with them. They need to mind their business because they got their own karma and they got their own lot in life that they need to live. And they don't need to be worried about you and concerned about your business because that's your business. And a lot of you divine masculines have been stuck in the situation that you're in is because you're in this Maya, okay, which is an illusion. You're thinking that, oh, well, I don't want to rock the boat because if I say this, then they're not going to care for me. They're not going to like me anymore. Well, guess what? If they are affected by who you choose as a romantic partner, and they take it that damn personally, then let them, because that's not love. That's control. That's dictatorship. Okay? That's patriarchal society. That's bureaucracies. This is the very thing that you hate, divine masculines. I know that you hate this because I know my divine masculine hated bureaucracies. And this is the whole purpose of why you were born. You were born so you can make the change in the world that you seek. So, again, do this exercise with Michael the Archangel and Raphael to vacuum clean away your fear. There's no need to fear anything. How can you fear when you have Michael the Archangel, which is God's ambassador, right at your beck and call? All that is needed at this moment is for you to call upon him. The rejection that you have been feeling, this is a rejection that has nothing even to do with this lifetime, to be quite honest. This is something that has happened over lifetimes ago. You've been in a situation where you were rejected in times past, in a past life, and it's carried over into this life. And so every time that anything looks like it or feels like it, then you get disconnected. You disconnect yourself from your path. You disconnect yourself from your divine feminine. You just go on a tailspin. So I just want to let you know that feeling rejected can be something that's disheartening from time to time when you experience that, okay? And it disconnects you from your heart and your soul, and it make you immobile. It immobilizes you to where you can't even move. And rather than buying into the theory of rejection, just focus on how you can grow and learn and improve from your experiences. And if you are a person that is easily offended and felt by every rejection, then you need to get really rooted, okay? And get rooted in deep love towards the person that rejected you. I know that this might sound crazy, but if you get deeply rooted from your heart and healing your heart and recognizing that there is someone out there who is better suited for you, or that maybe that person didn't hurt you, that you hurt yourself, because sometimes we can hurt our own selves thinking that someone else did it, and it really isn't the case. Okay, we can break our own hearts because maybe we might have thought we can play a person and a person caught on to it and they chose to walk away from us, and they had every right to do that. Okay, did that person break your heart, or did you break your heart? You broke your heart. Maybe you cheated on the person and the person found out, whether it was physical or mental or whatever. And you didn't think that you were going to get caught, but the person caught you. And they walked away. And so you're going to get mad at that person and say that that person rejected you? No, you rejected yourself. Because if you valued that relationship, you would never have done anything to cause harm in the first place. Am I right? Be patient with yourself. Right now, I feel like you guys are being too hard on yourselves. You're expecting perfection in a day, not realizing that you got yourself into the situation overnight. Over a period of time, and that is not going to change overnight. So many things are coming in at one time. So with that being said, you didn't get here overnight. So it's going to take you a moment to change, and allow yourself that change. Trust me, your divine feminine loves you. She's holding space for you. And she will be as patient as she needs to be in order for you to get right within yourself. This is not a game. This is not a competition. This is called life. And when it comes to healing, it takes time. You have the clear yourself card, okay? And it's on both your soulmate and your sexual arts. Woo. It's getting deep up into here. Ask the angels to release any toxic energies that you may have absorbed. Okay. Now I'm sensing, because we have soulmate, that this relates to your karmic and not your twin flame. Okay. As you can see, all of this is connected though, because you have the twin flame card here, you have the sexual arts here, then you also have sexuality there. But as you can see, the divine feminine trumps even your soulmate. But since this card is connected to this and the sexual arts, you need to clear your energy from your karmic tie, from your karmic. That's your soulmate. A karmic is a soulmate. And a lot of people don't realize that. They separate karmics, soulmates, and twin flames. No, a karmic is a soulmate. Okay? That's the reason why the shit works. The lower energies are not stupid. And some of you already had soul contracts and it doesn't even have anything to do with the lower energies. Sometimes you enter into these contracts with these soulmates, so slash karmics, so you can heal whatever needs to be healed, because the divine feminine can't heal that in you. It takes the person that triggered it in you to heal it in you. Are you starting to understand the dynamics of how this all works now? Okay. So you need to call upon Michael the Archangel to cut cords and to clear your aura from this person, because this situation no longer serves you. Okay. And it's not, again, it's not to, speak against or, to arbitrarily try to make it, or demonize the karmics, because, I'm in a higher vibration and I have nothing but love for all the karmics. Matter of fact, I thank the karmics, because the way that my husband treats me now, I don't know what the hell happened, but thank you, God. It ain't none of my business what happened. I'm just thankful that when I do connect with him, he's the most sweetest man that I ever known. And he, in time past, was so narcissistic and he did not treat me the way he treats me now. So whatever the heck happened between him and these karmics, I am thankful, family included. I am thankful because now he appreciates me in a more better light than what he has ever appreciated me. And I'm so grateful and thankful for it. So the sexual arts basically represents keeping the sexuality alive in an art form, with your twin flame. And sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. And everybody knows that we all have both the masculine and the feminine qualities, and we can give it to each other. And the only time that there is sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine energy and the other person is embodying more of the feminine energy, okay? So the masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision making, trying to bring everything to closure and consciousness of self. And then the divine feminine is change, life force, light, flowing movement, mother nature, and emotions. Okay, so do not buy into the myth that sexual attractions eventually dies in long-term relationships. That's not true. Sexual polarity is an art and it takes practice, and it can be something that so subtle but lasts for a lifetime if you are constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. A lot of you divine masculines, of course, you've not been having any sexual arts or any kundalini risings or anything like that, because you're not even with your divine feminine. You have to be in union in order to experience this. You didn't experience this with the karmic. You tried. I'm not saying you didn't get your rocks off. I'm sure you did. But the whole point of the matter is, this is about manifestation. This is about Kama Sutra. This is about tantric sex. You have to have someone that's in alignment with all the chakras. You have to have your other half in order to experience this. Okay? I know that you've tried your very, very best to put all of this behind you, to forget about the journey, but everything always comes back full circle, don't it? You can't run from love. And you definitely can't run from a strong connection like this. You have the sexuality card. I feel like you're very sexually attracted to your divine feminine. And now it's time for you to explore your sexuality with her. It's time for you to let go of the old feelings and the hurt, the pain, the shame, the guilt, the rejection, the degradation, the everything that did not sit well or sit right with you in relation to your sexuality and your relationship with your divine feminine. If you're in a relationship with her at this moment, just begin to spice up the things that, need to be spiced up. Fulfill every seductive desire and just see how exhilarating your orgasms will be and how you will experience it when you let go of all the shit that weighs you down. Let down your defenses and fears and being intimate with her again, okay? Relinquish your control and dive into the sexual act with her unguarded and ecstatic, and just be blissful and full of passion, and communicate with her what new things you want to do with her. It's not rocket science. You can figure this out. You've done it. You've done it. You've been doing it. But a lot of you are in this sperm purification mode, which I commend you. Thank you, Lord, for answering our prayers as divine feminines. You divine masculines have slowed your sexual energies down. Hallelujah. This is about control. You divine masculines are learning how to bridle your lower chakras. And it reminds me of the Apostle Paul, where he said, I pummel my body as a slave. Okay, so you're pummeling your body as a slave. You're no longer letting your second head do the thinking for you anymore. You have rised above that. You have stepped into your autonomy and your sovereignty, and you are truly standing in your God power. I am happy for you. You have the twin flame. This is the last card that I'm going to pull, or I have pulled for you. To answer your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Your twin flame union is the answer to all of your prayers. You are the wounded healer. No other woman can heal you, divine masculine. Only your divine feminine. Even if it's another twin flame that belongs to another twin flame, they will not be able to heal you like your other half. That is the true essence and the core of your being. That is the other half of you. You're not complete until you're whole. You can be whole without your twin, okay? But it's whole in a spiritual sense, but it's not whole overall. When you and your twin become one, that is when you will truly feel your connectedness to God. Right now, you're connected, but you're not fully connected because you're not experiencing the Holy Trinity. You're not experiencing that threefold cord, you see. That is when you do that, you'll experience enlightenment. Your true enlightenment is when your kundalini rises. Your kundalini is not going to be all the way to that point until you connect with your divine counterpart. When you are in union, you will receive your true enlightenment. You can't run from it. You can't hide from it because this is your divine calling. And that'll be running from yourself, right? So with these energies that are coming in with the Pisces, and with the retrograde and all this stuff, use these energies, tap into these energies, use it for your healing. Okay? Some of you are healers, and you know it. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. You've been running from this calling. But guess what? You can run, but you surely cannot hide. Because the divine, he'll always have his way. God always has his way. Even if you delay it, even if you be like Jonah, try to run the other way, guess what ended up happening? Jonah's ass went to Nineveh anyway. Even if he didn't want to go, his ass went. God even caused him to be swallowed up by a big fish. He was in there for 3 days and 3 nights. Now where you are, you're in the womb. You're in the belly of the fish. Your divine feminine is Nineveh, the city where you fear to go because they kill the prophets. You are a prophet. God sent you so you can spread the message to the world, so you can raise consciousness, so you can help with the expansion and the growth of Christ consciousness. And I have concluded your reading. This was a beautiful reading, Divine Masculines. I'm telling you, you guys are really, truly healing through a lot of things. These are bloodlines. These are ancestral bloodlines. And it, I ain't talking about your earthly ancestral bloodlines that you think that you inherited on this freaking earth that don't got shit to do with nothing. I'm talking about spiritual ancestral bloodlines, okay? I'm talking about some multi-dimensional heavy stuff that I don't have time to get into on this broadcast or on this reading. But it's deeper than deep, okay? But you got your work cut out for you. But at least you're doing your work and you're to be commended. I'm so happy. I can't thank you enough because what you do for yourselves, you do to help all of us, okay? And if no one told you they appreciate you, I'm going to tell you I appreciate you because I do. We love you. We give you honor. We give you praise. We hold you with love. And we hold you with healing. And we pray that your healing comes. And then we pray that not only that your healing comes, but that you activate yourself in your healing work and your divine purpose and start living it now. You don't have to be with the divine feminine at this moment in order for you to do your life purpose, because guess what? Your life purpose is what's going to bring it back. And I know that you want it just as bad as she does. Both of you want this union, and that's the reason why it's going to happen. All right? It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my gift registry through Amazon. I now wrap you in my love, and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.